guys, welcome to my channel, guys. So shocking things are already beginning to happen since the news has been broken to all Biafrans that Simon Ekpa is going to be released in no time. All right, so there is actually a court case that is on between the BRGIE cabinet, other BRGIE cabinets, and the United States of Biafran on ground. All right, so I'm going to actually display and let you see and get details of every information that is with regards to that. And also, it's not always good that now that there is a good news that Simon Ekpa is coming back, all right, to his people, and then all of a sudden things are beginning to unfold. A lot of persons believe that Ngozi Rabezi hijacked the United States of Biafra to herself, and some other individuals also have been saying that Ngozi Rabezi is the right person to follow. Well, we're going to find out that in the next few days when Simon Ekpa finally returns home to the Biafran community. All right, so I'm going to let you guys to access the update. We also have our brother here, Stephen Cross, that wants to also update us on what is currently going on in the Biafran government, all right, and within the Nigerian territories, and also other updates. All right, so let's see the video update, and I'll be right back.
Attack by the Fulani jihadists. First of all, I must say very big thank you to all the supporters of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You people are doing fantastically well, and I want to use this opportunity as well to say to Nigerian government that Nnamdi Kanu has no case in court. And I still repeat, and I still stand on what I believe in. Nnamdi Kanu has no case. It is you, the Nigerian government, that has a case to answer on how Mazi Nnamdi Kanu got to Nigeria. That is just the simple truth. Tinubu, as corrupt as Tinubu is, he's paying no attention to the insecurity in Nigeria. Why? Because Tinubu is not a credible president. Tinubu came through the back door, a drug lord, a man that stole somebody's mandate and ran with it. So Tinubu can never be trusted. And the reason why Nigeria will be under this heavy attack of insurgents is because Tinubu cannot make a noise. He can't make noise. Why? Because he came through the back door. The Northerners gave him power and instructed him not to say a word on the insecurity in Nigeria and not to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So you people should know this. Excuse me. You people should understand that this is what is playing out in Nigeria, and that is why the whole unaliving of persons, people in Nigeria does not concern the presidency. Who it concerns is you and I to defend ourselves. That is the only thing. Self-help. Even the militaries in Nigeria are looking for this self-help. They can't protect themselves. So what we are saying here is this. Please, do well to defend yourself. There is nobody that is coming for you. If you wait for the military, for the police to come to defend you, by that time, you'd have all been gone. I'm telling you the truth. The insecurity is increasing every single day. You must find a way how you can defend yourself. Buhari came in 2015, revoked firepower and firearms licenses so that his people can come in, and that is what they are achieving. Someone said Nigeria is surrounded by these people, and it's the truth. Nigeria is surrounded. Boko Haram, bandits, Fulani headers are surrounded the whole Nigeria. So please be careful and be very, very, very careful on how you people move on the Nigerian road. Secondly, Simon Ekpa's case in Latin Finland. We didn't see Musa. We didn't see the Arise TV people that comes to tell Nigerians that our prime minister said denied the allegation of being a leader of indigenous people of Biafra. I don't see them come to say anything again. What happened? Has your life finished? We didn't see Musa, we didn't see Bianca Olo, we didn't see Senator Akpabio, we didn't see Brekete family that was shouting, call Finland, call Finland. We didn't see any one of you. What is happening? What happened? You see, all this evil that you planned so that the Fulani headers can overrun our states, will definitely return back to you. And it's happening already. It is happening. Most of you are just very dumb in your head. When people are telling you the right thing to do, you come and start insulting them. Now, Fulani has taken over your villages. Fulani has taken over your forest, your land. We didn't see any one of you. We did not see Ababio. All you did was to start sending people from the fallback group to come and destroy the redeclaration. And that is what these animals that call themselves fallback. And secondly, wait a minute, where is Oginkiri? Why didn't Oginkiri come to Finland? Well, what is he hiding for? Why is he hiding? Tell me anywhere in the world where a finance minister, immediately his master left the country and fell sick, finance minister jumped out and said he wants to become the president or the prime minister. Or to tell you people that the only thing that they are looking for is to pull down the USB, the United States of Biafran's redeclaration. That is what they are fighting for. They're not fighting for anything reasonable. Where is Oginkere today? That man is a very useless man, a thief. That is who Oginkere is. His brother, Enugu State governor, gave him money to destroy the redeclaration. Again, we didn't see the Enugu State governor that said he has a lot of evidences against Simon Ekpa. If people like us were not here to debunk them, today we'll be living on that notion that Simon Ekpa is going to jail. Simon Ekpa will be, extradited, and our Biafran brother were scared already. We didn't see any one of you. And you know what? Simon will be coming out very, very, very soon. It's not going to take long. But it is a shame to all of you, including Adadi Orama, idiot called Van Van Van. All of you are betrayers and evil. All of you. It is going to be a very big shame to all of you. Because we have your records. All the things you said, we have them, we have saved them. So you can delete as much videos as you want. We have the evidences to show him, because he knows all these things already, so there is no need. He has the evidences with him. This is how wicked you people are. Biafrans, I want to tell you people one thing. Do not be deterred. You see this freedom that we have gotten. Mazi Simon Ekpa will defend it to the last. I'm promising you people this. He will defend it, defend his people to the last. For now, lay low and watch what is going to be coming in a few days. We have warned you to remove your terrorist army. We have warned you to remove your policemen. We have warned you to remove any of your security outfit in the whole of the South, in the 40 state of Biafra, United States of Biafra. If you refuse to do so, then you will understand the difference within those two people, those two things. Enough of this, your nonsense. Fallback group. You see, the one that you will use to, finish you people is this lawsuit that Mazi Simon Ekpa sued Madam Orabueze. Ekpa sued Madam Orabueze. Don't change it though, and don't withdraw that case. If you people withdraw it, to God, I make a no why. Very useless people. They just come to deceive Biafrans, deceive everybody, think that they can walk on anybody's head. Think that they can walk on everybody's head. Everybody's mumu like them. Look at that day, I'm forming that she's Jagaban of a TV station or what journalism. Forming. I'm a journalist. But yet you can't enter offices where Dr. Orabueze is entering. Wicked people. And we are coming to make sure that all of you does not exist in Biafran land. There is a law for that, You didn't know that Mazi Simon Ekpa will not be going to jail. That was why you people went to Finland. The Nigerian government made sure that you people go to Finland to give them the report of what is going on. How come nobody is reporting about Mazi Simon Ekpa again? How come they are not telling you he's dancing again? These 5 idiots that came out the other day, because they work with the TVC station, and say, Mazi Simon Ekpa said he's a content creator. You didn't see any big lie to lie. So Master Simon Ekpa said he's a content creator, he's not a lead. Can you see how you people destroy your own career because of one drug lord that calls himself Tinubu? A useless man, a man without any honor, a thief. That is what Tinubu is. And you think we'll come and glory in idiots like him? You think we'll have respect for animals like him? A murderer. That is what you get when you put the wrong people in power. We have Mazen Nandekano, we have Master Simon Ekpa, and Dr. Ngozi Orabweze. Biafrans, I want to remind you that it is only one government that we have, United States of Biafra. Any other government, in fact, they are all rogues, criminals, thieves. They are forming government on government. And you went to embrace Simon in court. Anyways, Biafrans, I love you guys. Mokuna stand gidigbam. Even amen, it will only take time, but it's coming to an end. One thing I want to tell these people that are calling me content creator, be very careful. Be very, very, very careful with me. You cannot do what I'm doing. You cannot stand with what I'm doing. You don't respect the fact we are all humans, and humans are being taken, lives are being taken in the Southeast, and you still call me a content creator. May the evil that is happening in Nigeria, in the whole of the Southeast, locate you and your family. That is my prayer for you. And it's going to happen because I'm very pure in heart. I'm a very pure person. But until then, I would like to tell you people one thing. Put some respect on my name. When my name comes up, respect it. Put some respect on my name. Because
I would then augment on the political level, but legally, what would be the next steps now that we're putting in place all these things that I mentioned to you?
Once, I think it would be interesting to have the results of the referendum, but essentially in any emerging government, what needs to take place, and this requires some work, is the transition of an overall document like the Helsinki Declaration or the new Constitution of the United States of Biafra into practical working rules for the Biafran government. And this essentially would be a division departmentally in the government of the roles of the ministers, of the due process and procedures that need to be in place. But a lot will depend on, essentially, Elias, on the political lead of the amount of recognition we get here for Biafra in the United States and the steps that would need to be taken. What I would imagine is, and this would be a joint lobbying and legal effort on behalf of Biafra, is, what's interesting is not only are we in a little bit of a holding pattern for Biafra, we are a little bit of a holding pattern here in the United States because there's a transition coming within our government that will take place on January 20th. And we would need to find out the key people in positions that would be of interest for us within the State Department.
Right.
And who the Biafra Nigeria desk person would be. I mean, what I imagine is at some point it would be very interesting if the new Trump administration would allow the appointment of someone in charge of Biafran issues, essentially a Biafra desk within the State Department and those issues.
Oh, that would be very significant. Like a special envoy, maybe.
Somebody who would actually guide the State Department's policy regarding Biafra. And what helps in these types of situations, Elias can, I think, support my point of view, is to have an organized, dedicated group of people with a specific mission in mind. Now, the State Department, I think on January 20th, because Dr. BRGIE, I don't know how much you've been following the internal machinations of a new administration, but I think it will take at least a few weeks, if not more, to find out where the State Department is going as far as mission, the changeovers. We still need to have the Senate confirm Secretary of State, and then deputies and assistant secretaries of state. And I think at that point, it would be not only an effort as far as the lobbying by Elias to reach out to the legal counsel in the State Department to see if we could get somebody, a designation of somebody who would overlook Biafra issues within the State Department. I think that would be a great victory to have somebody looking at this issue and guiding the State Department and a point of contact, which would also lead to legal contacts, because if we have the general counsel, generally the State Department and the Secretary of State relies heavily on the State Department's general counsel on legal issues, international issues, because on issues relating to bilateral conventions, bilateral treaties, multilateral treaties, and how the State Department approaches emerging country will be largely dependent on the legal counsel in the State Department telling the Secretary of State or the Deputy Secretary of State, yes, go ahead, this is feasible, we can do this under U.S. law and international law. So I think we have a general idea, but the problem is we are getting a new government over here in the United States to see who is going to be in the State Department. Also, I mean, it's not just the State Department. This sort of bifurcates into other departments, such as Treasury and the Office of Foreign Assets Control, Department of Commerce, which also has its own security arm, which has become more and more active. And the Department of Commerce essentially traditionally has been in place to deal with the interests of U.S. business internationally and promoting U.S. business. But that can go very well in hand once there is an emerging government to show the Department of Commerce, look, there's a lot of business and U.S. business interests that could be very, very beneficial mutually for both Biafra and the United States. So it would be a multifaceted approach, I think, legally and as well as the lobbying effort. And Elias, I don't want to just over promote him, but he has somebody who is extremely knowledgeable in how to approach both within the Moran group and Congressman Moran, but Elias in reaching out to governments here in the United States in legal matters. I don't do any lobbying at all, and that helps me separate. I'm not registered ever as a foreign lobbyist for foreign government, but my specialty is in dealing with very difficult and complex international legal issues, which interestingly apply to the Biafran government in exile. And I am pleased and honored to be able to help your government. And my goal is a long-term relationship with an actual government that's not just in exile, but one that's recognized by many, many countries, and let's cross our fingers, UN recognition and a member of the United Nations. So that would be, I grew up, my parents are I'm a child of the 70s, and I remember my parents talking about the brief existence of the Biafran government and the issues. So it's interesting to make a connection between my childhood stories about Biafra, and my parents were always very politically active, talking about Patrice Lumumba and African causes, and Biafra was one of those. So now here I am as legal counsel to the Biafran government in exile. It's a pleasure and it's an honor, and I leave it to you.
And also to note an interesting personal connection that Arman and I have. Arman is of Armenian background and I'm of Greek background, and we both come from people that have experienced genocide and ethnic cleansing, and that's something that the Biafrans have experienced. And I told Arman, this was very, we found it very humorous that some of the Biafrans were confused and thought the BRGIE might have been a Nigerian name, and you remember I put out a tweet that Arman is not a Nigerian, that he's an Armenian American. But apparently there are some Nigerians who have the last name of the BRGIE, which is interesting.
Yeah, that is very interesting.
It is. Anyway, thank you so very much, Dobry. It's really an honor to meet you, and thanks to Elias, who I call my brother, and a very good son of Biafra land. I don't even know how to. I mean, Biafrans are like out 24/7, trying to protect, trying to attack whoever says anything negative to Elias. They're ready to jump in. That's how like how passionate he is to Biafrans. And again, our Prime Minister, His Excellency Simon Ekpa, is somebody that millions of Biafrans love, and they obey him. Whatever he says is they see it as their savior, not just because he's Simon Ekpa, but because the cause they believe in, which is the independence and restoration of Biafra, has gone just beyond an individual. So while our leader Nnamdi Kanu was there, and Nigerian government abducted him from Kenya, and he's right now in Nigerian DSS dungeon for the past almost 4 years, going to 5. Our Nnamdi Kanu, our PM Simon Ekpa, whom Nnamdi Kanu told Biafrans, go and listen to Simon Ekpa. That is actually whom the whole Biafrans and the world is following, actually. And our Prime Minister has brought a lot of changes in the face of this struggle, changes that we have never really known before. A lot of awareness, a lot of information to the world, thanks to Elias and his group, that have also helped him to let the world know this true situation of things, unlike before. So again, as Elias has said, my name is Dr. Ngozi Orobweze. I'm the Chief of Staff to the Biafra United States of Biafra. Before Biafra Republic government in exile, and de facto we are brought at home and we are brought right now, after our declaration of our independence in Finland, we now are United States of Biafra. So I'm really glad to meet you. I know that PM told me about you a long time ago, and he told me specific task that you'll be doing, and I know because I know there's another attorney Levy who was doing something. I mean, not in African level, because he I think in the OR he tried to the Committee of African Nations, the COS, that group. I'm gonna get the name. Those ones.
The African Union. He did something with the African Union.
Yeah.
Or the Organization of Emerging African.
Of Emerging African State. Yeah.